Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we dive into The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson, a groundbreaking book first published in 2007 that offers a novel approach to healing by addressing trapped emotions. Dr. Nelson, a revered holistic practitioner with vast experience in energy healing, applied kinesiology, and magnet therapy, introduces readers to a revolutionary method that combines scientific insights with traditional healing practices. The book explains how identifying and releasing these trapped emotions can lead to a more fulfilling and healthy life, transcending physical and emotional limitations. The Emotion Code is particularly suited for therapists seeking to expand their modalities, individuals who find themselves stuck in repetitive emotional cycles, and anyone who believes in leveraging the body's own wisdom to foster healing. With Dr. Nelson's expertise widely recognized in the fields of bioenergetic medicine and energy psychology, this book is a valuable resource for both professionals in the healthcare field and individuals on a path to personal wellness. Join us as we explore how the Emotion Code might just hold the key to unlocking profound emotional healing and transformation. The Emotion Code: How to Release Your Trapped Emotions for Abundant Health, Love, and Happiness. Introduction: Unlock the secrets to emotional freedom with the Emotion Code. In today's fast-paced world, the influence of emotions on our mental and physical health cannot be overstated. As awareness grows, more individuals realize that unresolved emotional patterns don't just cloud our judgment, but can also lead to physical ailments. This burgeoning interest in emotional well-being has led to a surge in therapies and self-help books aiming to alleviate these issues. However, few tackle the root cause of emotional distress as effectively as the Emotion Code. The Emotion Code introduces a groundbreaking approach to emotional healing. This technique focuses on identifying and liberating trapped emotions, those feelings that instead of being processed, become lodged in our bodies, influencing our physical and emotional health. By addressing these trapped emotions directly, the Emotion Code helps to foster a flow of positive energy and emotional clarity. Listeners will explore the insights on the nature and impact of trapped emotions, techniques for pinpointing and dissolving these emotional blockages, the crucial role of the subconscious in overall emotional health. This approach empowers individuals not just to heal, but to thrive by converting negative emotional energies into positive ones. It's more than a healing method. It's a transformational journey towards a lighter, healthier, and more vibrant self. Part 1. Emotions. More than just feelings, they can become embedded within us. Many of us perceive emotions as fleeting reactions to daily events, feeling irked when someone cuts us off in traffic, or a surge of pride when a child succeeds. Yet, there's a profound aspect of emotions often overlooked: their potential to become trapped within our bodies, subtly influencing our thoughts, feelings, and overall health. Diving deeper into the mechanics of emotions, they begin as vibrations created by our bodies. Each type of emotion, be it joy, sorrow, anxiety, or excitement, resonates with a unique vibrational signature. This initiates the feeling of the emotion, accompanied by associated thoughts and physical sensations. Typically, this emotional response is transient, and in a healthy scenario, we process and then release the emotion, moving forward unaffected. However, when an emotion becomes trapped, it means that this natural process has been disrupted, sometimes because the emotion wasn't fully experienced or was purposely suppressed. The prevalence of trapped emotions is more common than one might expect, with the average person harboring over 100 such emotional blockages. These trapped emotions can be the hidden culprits behind relationship issues, persistent negativity, personal losses, or chronic stress. To illustrate the unseen influence of trapped emotions, consider the case study of Julia, a notably ambitious student whose career was nearly derailed by repeated failures in passing a critical exam. Despite her intellectual preparation, each test session ended in disappointment. Unbeknownst to her, an unresolved emotion of discouragement, rooted in her parents' divorce years back, was resurfacing under the stress of her exams. Julia decided to explore the possibility of trapped emotions impacting her performance. In just one session, she discovered and addressed her trapped feeling of discouragement. The result was immediate. Freed from this emotional baggage, she excelled in her next exam attempt, demonstrating the profound effect that addressing emotional blockages can have on our lives. Part 2. The profound impact of energy on our health and environment. Modern science is beginning to catch up with ancient healing wisdom, revealing a fundamental truth. The human body, despite its apparent solidity, is constituted predominantly by energy. This foundational insight is at the core of the emotion code, a therapeutic approach that leverages our understanding of energy to foster both mental and physical well-being. Quantum physics over the past century has peeled back layers of this energy mystery, showing us that atoms, the building blocks of everything, are actually 99.99% empty space. This implies that nearly everything we perceive as solid and tactile is, at its most microscopic level, a buzzing cloud of energy. This realization radically shifts our approach to health and wellness, emphasizing the intricate dance of energy interactions within and around us. One striking example of energy's interconnected nature comes from experiments in quantum entanglement, where particles once joined retain a connection despite being separated by vast distances. In one experiment, when scientists altered the trajectory of one particle, its twin, miles away, mirrored the alteration immediately. This provides a scientific underpinning to the intuitive feeling we get when someone's mood seems to infect an entire room. Energy is not confined by physical boundaries, but is an expansive and reactive force. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese scientist, further illustrated this principle through his water experiments. By exposing water to different verbal expressions like "I love you" and "I hate you," Emoto demonstrated that positive affirmations led to water crystals forming into beautiful, symmetrical designs, whereas negative words resulted in disordered and asymmetrical patterns. These experiments suggest that the energies created by our emotions can significantly affect the physical world. Understanding this energetic influence is crucial when considering trapped emotions, negative energies retained from past experiences that can disrupt our health. By recognizing that these emotional energies can persist within us, influencing our surroundings and well-being, we grasp the importance of addressing and resolving these emotional imbalances. This concept is not just a fascinating scientific anomaly, but a practical insight that can lead to profound healing and transformation. Part 3. How unseen emotional energies shape our responses. Imagine emotions not just as feelings, but as invisible balls of energy that can become lodged within our bodies, much like unseen electricity that can shock us unexpectedly. These trapped emotions are subtle yet powerful, influencing our thoughts, behaviors, and emotional reactions, often without our conscious awareness. Consider those times you might have snapped at a seemingly benign comment, felt an irrational fear, or harbored unexplained anxieties. These overreactions are not merely quirks of character, but could very well be manifestations of trapped emotions, where past energies dictate present reactions. Take the case of Debbie, a client who approached the author for an emotion code session under the distressing suspicion that she was having a heart attack. Her symptoms were severe: chest pains, breathlessness, and numbness in her left arm and face. After medical evaluations confirmed that she was not undergoing a heart attack, an emotion code assessment revealed a trapped emotion of heartache, rooted in an incident 3 years prior when her husband had an affair. Despite believing she had moved past the emotional turmoil through therapy and support, it was evident that the emotion had remained lodged within her system. Once identified and addressed, all her physical symptoms dissipated, illustrating just how profoundly these trapped energies can mimic, even produce, physical afflictions. Such trapped emotions can also be the hidden roots of various phobias. Another example is a long-standing fear of flying, held by another of the author's clients. This phobia was traced back to a trapped emotion of helplessness, originating from years earlier when she read about a plane crash. Once this trapped emotion was identified and cleared, her fear of flying vanished. These stories underscore a critical aspect of emotional health. Much of our emotional and sometimes physical discomfort stems from past energies that have not been fully processed. The emotion code offers a pathway to not only uncover these hidden emotional blockages, but also to effectively release them, fostering not just immediate relief, but also long-term health and emotional freedom. By addressing these energies, we can mitigate their potential to cause further physical or emotional harm, highlighting the importance of clearing these energies sooner rather than allowing them to fester and impact our well-being. Part 4. The deep-seated effects of ignored trapped emotions on physical health. In a previous exploration, we saw how Debbie's untreated emotional pain manifested physically, simulating symptoms akin to a heart attack. Ideally, trapped emotions would be detected and alleviated before reaching such severe levels, but often they linger unnoticed, eventually causing tangible physical discomfort. The reason trapped emotions can induce physical pain lies in their nature, as concentrated balls of energy situated within the body, which can influence surrounding tissues negatively. Historically, ancient healers noticed patterns between specific emotional distress and related physical ailments. For example, persistent anger was commonly linked with issues in the liver or gallbladder, while chronic grief often correlated with complications in the lungs or colon. Modern science acknowledges the brain's distinct responses to emotions, yet practices like the emotion code reaffirm ancient insights, suggesting that emotions indeed settle in specific bodily areas. The emotion code provides a diagnostic chart to assist in pinpointing both the trapped emotion and its bodily locus. This chart, available online, is a pivotal tool for those practicing this method. The efficacy of the emotion code is illustrated through numerous cases where patients, burdened by severe physical pain, found immediate relief upon the release of trapped emotions. For instance, one client dealing with consistent leg, knee, and back pain and on the brink of arthritis experienced complete alleviation of pain after addressing and releasing deep-seated resentment, anger, and fear. Another remarkable case involved a client suffering from ankylosing spondylitis, a severe condition where spine ligaments calcify, severely restricting mobility and causing intense pain. A single session of emotion code dramatically reduced this client's pain level from an 8 to a mere 1. This highlights a critical oversight in contemporary Western medicine, which often treats symptoms of pain with medications that merely mask discomfort, rather than addressing its root cause. Pain serves as a vital signal from our body, alerting us to underlying issues. By tuning into this pain and unraveling its fundamental cause, often a trapped emotion, we can achieve not just temporary relief but a profound holistic healing. Part 5. Discovering and releasing trapped emotions with a straightforward technique. Given that our bodies and emotions are composed of energy, it's crucial to address the negative impacts that trapped emotions might have on our well-being. Thankfully, there's a remarkably simple answer to this dilemma through a technique known as muscle testing. Originally developed in the 1960s by Dr. George Goodhart for addressing skeletal imbalances, muscle testing soon revealed its broader utility. It became a gateway to accessing information from the subconscious mind, which often holds truths unknown to our conscious thinking. So how does muscle testing work? This technique is grounded in the premise that the subconscious mind holds ultimate knowledge of our truths, which can be accessed through physical responses to specific questions. Muscle testing follows a structured process, though there are various methods by which it can be conducted. To provide a clearer understanding, let's walk through a commonly used approach. The process begins with the practitioner seeking the client's consent to proceed. Next, the practitioner checks if the client is testable. This involves ensuring that the client's subconscious is ready and able to respond accurately. This is typically achieved by asking the client to affirm a truth, like stating their own name correctly, followed by a falsehood, such as claiming a different name. A testable individual will show a strong physical response to the truth and a weak one to falsehoods. In the widely used arm test method, the client extends one arm horizontally. The practitioner then poses a question and applies a gentle, steady pressure to the client's wrist. A strong response, where the arm remains firm, indicates truth, while a weak response, where the arm drops, signifies falsehood. Despite its simplicity, muscle testing has proven to be an effective tool for pinpointing trapped emotions in thousands of cases. It might seem almost too straightforward to be true, but the results speak for themselves. Although the arm test is quite effective for practitioner-client interactions, it can also be self-administered. In upcoming discussions, we will delve into an even simpler approach that you can use independently at home to start your journey with the emotion code. Part 6. Unlocking the secrets of your subconscious through your body's sway. A compelling method to access our subconscious insights is through a technique known as the sway test, rooted in our evolutionary instincts. Historically, our ancestors survived by instinctively moving towards positive or safe situations and away from negative or dangerous ones. This fundamental survival mechanism can be harnessed to reveal deeper subconscious truths by observing the body's natural sway in response to statements or questions. To perform the sway test, begin by standing straight, with feet shoulder-width apart. Allow your body to relax fully. First, affirm a known truth by stating your name. Typically, within 10 seconds, your body should lean forward, symbolizing a movement towards the truth. Conversely, if you state a falsehood, for instance, the wrong name, your body will naturally sway backward within the same time frame, indicating a retreat from untruth. This test can also be applied to gauge reactions to emotional statements. Predictably, saying something positive like unconditional love prompts the body to sway forward, whereas mentioning hate causes it to sway backward. This immediate physical reaction underscores the subconscious preference for positivity over negativity. Once you've established this baseline response, delve deeper into your subconscious by posing the question, do I have a trapped emotion? If your body sways forward, it indicates a positive response. If there's no forward movement, it could suggest a blockage, which we will discuss further. With a positive indication of a trapped emotion, refer to the emotion code chart to identify where this emotion is lodged in your body and its nature. For instance, you might find an emotion like lack of control trapped in your spleen. Through a series of yes or no questions, you can further deduce the origins of this trapped emotion, perhaps tracing it back to a distressing event in childhood. By pinpointing a specific trapped emotion, using the sway test, and following steps to uncover its origins, you set the stage for emotional release. As we progress, we'll explore simple at-home methods to release these identified emotions effectively, further enhancing your journey towards emotional clarity and health. Part 7. Releasing trapped emotions with the simplicity of a magnet. The process of releasing trapped emotions might sound complex, but it's remarkably straightforward, much like identifying them in the first place. Once a trapped emotion has been pinpointed and its origins understood, the next step is to neutralize and dispel this disruptive energy. The concept here can be likened to how noise-canceling headphones work, by generating a wave that counteracts the incoming noise, thereby neutralizing it. In the realm of emotional release, magnets serve as an essential tool due to their ability to enhance and focus intentions. When directed at a trapped emotion, with the goal of clearing it, The magnetic field helps to generate a counter energy that effectively dissipates the trapped emotion through our energetic channels. This process primarily involves the grand meridian, a concept derived from traditional Chinese acupuncture, which describes the primary channel of energy flow through the body, coursing up the spine, over the head, and down the face. To release a trapped emotion using a magnet, it is traditionally passed over the grand meridian 3 times while maintaining a focused intention of healing and release. Following this, a simple muscle test, similar to those described earlier, can confirm whether the emotion has been successfully released. A strong response indicates success, while a weak one suggests the need for another pass of the magnet. Supporting the effectiveness of this method, a fascinating study by researcher Jean-Claude Darras involved injecting radioactive isotopes into designated acupoints, which according to acupuncture theory lie along the grand meridian. Remarkably, the isotopes dispersed along these energy channels, whereas those injected into non-acupoints showed no discernible pattern. This experiment lent scientific credence to the concept of energy pathways utilized in practices like acupuncture, and by extension, in techniques like the emotion code. Such findings underscore the practicality of using magnets, not just as physical tools but as amplifiers of intentional energy, making them perfect for facilitating the flow and release of trapped energies, thereby promoting greater emotional and physical well-being. Part 8. Navigating Challenges in the Emotion Code Journey. While the emotion code is a straightforward method for addressing trapped emotions, practitioners may encounter certain obstacles. Here are several tips to help smooth out common bumps in the road. Initially, mastering muscle testing requires patience and practice. Our conscious mind often dominates, which can impede the responsiveness of the subconscious. To mitigate this, take a moment to breathe deeply and clear your mind before beginning a session. A frequent beginner's error in muscle testing is applying excessive force. It's crucial to use a gentle touch. Imagine the light pressure needed to hold a ladybug without causing harm. The focus should rest on the question at hand, rather than on the physical force exerted during the test. Sometimes, you or the person you're testing may consistently show a weak response. This typically indicates a condition known as overload, where the body is temporarily overwhelmed after releasing numerous trapped emotions and needs time to recalibrate. Overload generally resolves within seconds but can last up to a day in some cases. On the other hand, a consistently strong test response might occur. 2 common issues could be the cause: dehydration or a misalignment in the cervical spine affecting the nervous system. Drinking water can resolve the first issue, while a chiropractic adjustment may be necessary to correct any spinal misalignment. When practicing the emotion code on others, it's also vital to regularly perform self-sessions. This practice helps prevent the projection of your own trapped emotions onto clients. If you find a particular emotion repeatedly arising during sessions, it may not be a coincidence, but rather a projection of your own emotional state. Additionally, there's something called resonance to watch out for. When a trapped emotion identified in a client resonates with one within you, it can amplify your own emotional blockage, thus interfering with the clarity of your practice. Whether working on yourself or others, the key is to remain as neutral and clear-minded as possible, allowing your subconscious to lead the way in identifying and addressing trapped emotions. Part 9. Transforming our emotional landscape with the emotion code. In moments of emotional distress, especially when feelings are intense or negative, it's easy to blame external circumstances or other people for our reactions. Yet, the power to choose and reshape our feelings lies within us. This is where the emotion code becomes a transformative tool, enabling us not only to release accumulated emotions but also to consciously select more empowering emotions in real time. Consider a scenario where you've invested a week preparing innovative ideas for a crucial meeting. Upon presenting, your boss unexpectedly dismisses your contributions, triggering a wave of negative emotions. Typically, One might succumb to these negative feelings, allowing them to take root as trapped emotions. However, there's an alternative approach. Start by fully acknowledging and breathing into the emotion. Recognizing and accepting these feelings is essential for processing them healthily. Next, pinpoint exactly what you're feeling. In this scenario, feelings of rejection or diminished self-worth might surface. If these emotions aren't immediately clear, utilize the emotion code chart or apply muscle testing techniques like the arm test or the sway test to determine the precise emotions at play. Proceed to delve into these emotions. Ask yourself what specifically triggered this reaction. Are past trapped emotions perhaps intensifying your current feelings? For instance, a history of criticism from a demanding parent could be exacerbating your response to your boss's dismissal. Once you identify and locate the trapped emotion, employ a magnet to facilitate its release. Follow this with deep breaths and test whether any residual emotions linger. If emotions persist, repeat the release process until you feel emotionally clear. After clearing these trapped emotions, express gratitude toward your subconscious for its guidance. Now, position yourself to adopt a more positive emotional stance. In the given example, transforming feelings of rejection into curiosity about how to adapt and present your ideas more effectively could open new pathways for acceptance and appreciation from your boss. Mastering emotional rerouting demands practice, but can profoundly enhance your personal satisfaction and overall well-being, affording you greater control over your emotional experiences. Final summary. Traditional methods of dealing with emotional distress, such as reflection and discussion, while helpful, often do not address the root cause of emotional challenges. The emotion code offers a direct, remarkably simple approach for identifying and liberating those trapped emotions that may be subconsciously shaping our lives. This method not only promises to enhance our emotional and psychological state, but also positively impacts our spiritual and physical well-being. By learning to effectively identify and release these hidden emotional barriers, we open ourselves up to improved health, clearer thinking, and a more fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.